So, you're planning to study, work, or maybe even move to a new country? That's huge, but you've probably hit that first big hurdle. Which English test do I actually need to take? It can feel like a total maze, but don't worry. We are going to clear up all that confusion and help you find the absolute perfect test for your journey.
You've got all these names floating around: IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, and you're looking at 5 major tests, but you only need one. And this choice, it's a big deal. It can genuinely shape your future. This isn't just about passing an exam. It's about unlocking the right door for your life. So let's figure out which key is going to fit your lock.
Okay, we're going to break down the 5 most important English tests out there. Think of it as a showdown: the established global giants versus the newer, modern challengers. We'll see what each one really brings to the table.
First things first, let's meet the lineup. You've got IELTS, TOEFL, CELPIP, the Duolingo English Test, or DET for short, and the Pearson Test of English, which you'll usually hear called PTE. Get used to these acronyms because you're going to see them a lot.
All right, one of the first and biggest things you need to decide comes down to a really simple question of personal style. When it's time for the speaking part of the test, do you want to talk to a real person, or are you more comfortable talking to a computer?
And this really is a major difference. With IELTS, you're having a real face-to-face chat with an examiner. If you're someone who likes that human connection, this could be perfect for you. But on the other hand, if the idea of a live interview kind of freaks you out, well, all the other tests have you speak into a microphone. It can feel a little less personal for sure, but some people love that the scoring is just based on an algorithm, no human bias. So what's your style?
Okay, beyond your personal comfort zone, the single most important factor is, where are you going? What's your goal? The right test for someone hoping to immigrate to Canada is probably not the right one for someone applying to a university in the US. Your goal really dictates your choice here.
So let's say your main goal is immigration. Moving to a new country to live and work. Right away, your options get a lot narrower because not every test is accepted for visa applications.
For immigration, these are really your big 3. IELTS General is the global heavyweight. It's accepted pretty much everywhere. Then you've got CELPIP, which is designed specifically for Canadian immigration. It's their thing. And PTE Academic is a really popular choice if you're headed to Australia or New Zealand.
But hey, what if your goal is all about academics? If you're applying to a university or college, the number of tests that are accepted opens up a whole lot more.
For universities, TOEFL is kind of the gold standard, especially in the United States. IELTS Academic is right up there with it, recognized all over the world. But you know who the real game changer is? The Duolingo English Test. It's a completely online option that's being accepted by thousands and thousands of schools. And of course, PT Academic is another strong player in the university space.
Oh man, we've all been there, right? You've got a deadline, it's coming up fast, and you need that score report like yesterday. How long it takes to get your results can be a huge factor in which test you choose.
And wow, look at this. The difference is pretty dramatic. If you are in a hurry, Duolingo and PTE are your heroes. They get you results in about 48 hours. That's amazing. CELPIP is also really quick. But the old school tests, IELTS and TOEFL, they can take up to 2 weeks. That's a long time to wait if you're on a deadline.
Now I want to zoom in on CELPIP for just a second. If Canada is your dream destination, you really need to pay attention to this test. It was literally designed by the Canadian immigration authorities. Its scores line up perfectly with their official language requirements, something called the Canadian Language Benchmarks, or CLB. It is, without a doubt, the most direct path for Canadian immigration.
All right, we have covered a ton of ground, so let's pull it all together into a final scorecard. This is your quick, at-a-glance guide to help you make that final decision.
This table really just lays it all out, doesn't it? You can see right away, IELTS is your global option with that human speaking test. TOEFL is your go-to for US study, and it's all computer-based. CELPIP is the Canada specialist, and if you need speed or the convenience of taking it online, Duolingo and PTE are where it's at. But look closely, Duolingo is a no-go for immigration.
So, what's the bottom line here? What's the main takeaway? Let's boil all of this down into a few simple points.
Let's make this really, really simple. Are you heading to Canada for immigration? Your best bet is CELP hands down. Applying to a university in the US, you should be focusing on TOEFL or Duolingo. Are you in a massive hurry for your score? Look at PTE or Duolingo. And if you just really, really prefer talking to a person, IELTS is the only one that's going to give you that.
You see, at the end of the day, there isn't one single best test. The best test is the one that fits your specific situation. It's all about matching the right tool to your personal goal, your timeline, and yeah, even your personality. And now you have everything you need to make that choice with confidence.
So the choice is all yours. Think about your destination, think about your deadlines, and think about what feels right for you. This isn't just about picking a test, remember. It's about choosing the key that's going to unlock the next amazing chapter of your life. So, which door are you going to open?